and there's this greater opportunity that came up, right? Whether that opportunity presents itself to you today or you need to go find that opportunity, you need to believe that there is better than what you're currently doing today.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real-life education. The movement comes into play when you share the content to help other people do good just like you. I'm excited to be back here today talking to you guys. For you that don't know, which is probably most of you, we film a lot of these podcasts and these episodes in one day. I think the last round that went out, we knocked out about 17 of them in a day. So I'm happy to be back here in Temecula, California in our studio, talking to you guys and spreading some stuff to help society. The first thing I want to talk about to you guys today is what it says on the background of my phone. I have my screensaver set up to say one message to me every day, and it says, "Winning is founded on your bad days." It's a message that you guys should all probably save onto your screen as well, because all of us face a lot of bad days, and it's what do we do with those bad days and how do we leverage that to make good days? And I truly believe it. Every hardship in life usually turns into the next success as long as we let it. And that's a big thing with a lot of people's mentality is they let the hard times create harder times. When we're faced with adversity, hard times, whatever you want to call it, to learn from it, to become better, to create unity, whatever you want to context you want to put to it. But that's why we face those hard times. And it's important that I talk to you about this today because I'm thinking about currently what's going on here in America and the hard times that are slowly trickling in that I think a lot of people are noticing in a variety of industries and a variety of their things that they might be into, their personal paychecks, different things like that is things are changing. And in my opinion, it's due to our administration that's running America, and hopefully we see a change of that in the later of 2024. But prior to any election, this is usually the shit that happens, and it gets very difficult. And why this is important for you guys is really the news controls a narrative, and what's going on from the higher ups control what happens in our personal life. As much as we like to think that we're in control, we do have some control, we do have some freedom, but there's some bigger people than us that really control what our life's going to look like here or there, right? The only thing that we do get to control is our mentality, how we receive content, how we carry ourselves, and how we deal with certain situations. So why I think this administration has a lot of effect on us is, one, as you guys are all seeing, cost is going up and money movement's going down. There's not as much money that's going around the table right now. When there's not enough as much money going around the table, that means less opportunity, which could equal less jobs. Now, let me tie it all together right now. Winning is founded on your bad days, and hopefully I'm catching you prior to a bad day that's happening. What I forecast us seeing in America is job loss, layoffs, and different things like that. So if you are ever put into that situation, I want to talk about how to deal with that and how to set up your mentality. If you lost your current opportunity, it's okay. It's very easy when your financial impact and life changes that you let that dictate everything else in your life and your happiness and things like that. And you go down this rabbit hole of what ifs, right? What if, assume the worst out of everything that could possibly happen when that's not always the truth. Every great entrepreneur that I know got to where we are today from doing something and there's this greater opportunity that came up, right? Whether that opportunity presents itself to you today or you need to go find that opportunity, you need to believe that there is better than what you're currently doing today. Don't look at what you're currently doing today as your identity and this is who I am and this is all that I have. And if this gets taken from me, I'm nothing. You guys need to understand you are something. Everything that you have today, everything you learn today is all part of your life resume. It's all great stuff. And the goal is you want to stack your resume. You want to get better and better. So if that's what you're currently doing or if it's the next opportunity, some of us are too lazy to get off our ass and go find another opportunity. Some of us get too comfortable doing what we do, and it's hard for us to find a new opportunity, which means our life is always going to look the same unless there's an outside force that comes in and says, hey, you're no longer going to be here, and it's going to force you to go find that next thing that you wouldn't have done on your own. So why don't we say thank you for those types of hardships that push us to do things that we're uncomfortable with. Now, a lot of you that listen to the Do Good movement have probably shaped your mentality to go chase the hard things and do the things that aren't comfortable anyways. That's what I practice. That's what I teach here. But for you that are new, or for you that are new to this type of message, guys, the good things in life always come from the hard shit and the challenges. And the sooner that we could go find that and face it on our own, the better place that we're going to be in. So are things getting hard in America? Yes, good. Are things getting hard at work? Yes, good. Is my plate filling up with more shit I need to do? Yes, good, right? All of these things are great things for us because we're going to learn something from it, and we're going to find a way to end up on the better side. I guarantee the last thing you're willing to do is step backwards. If you're used to, a certain work-life balance or a certain income, yeah, you might need to step down just a little bit to get your next thing up and going, but I can guarantee you're thirsty for more. If somebody said, hey, you got to settle for life and do everything you have is going to be less for the rest of your life, you're not going to accept it, right? You always want more. You always want to proceed and succeed that next vision and have that next accomplishment. So what you might be going through today for you that are facing hardship, or what you might go through in the future, look at it as a blessing for you to get better. Look at it as a blessing for you to try new things that you would have never have tried. I could tell you from living last 12 years of a work example, man, I've been through like the shit every year, right? For 12 years, back when I was a little business and back when I was 9 figures, like I've been through all sorts of shit. And I have learned to accept the shit that I'm going through is here to teach me something, and it's here to put me in a better place. And yeah, sometimes you got to back up a little bit to move forward, right? What do they say? 1 step backwards, 2 steps forward. That's just how life goes. Although like in our mind, we're visioning like, oh, we're just going to have this perfect little staircase up and we're never going to fall down and we're just going to get all the way to where we want to go. That's just not how it works, guys. We have to face hard times to get to better times. And if you could start realizing that and really believe what I'm telling you, like you can't just be like, oh yeah, I heard it, makes sense. Like you got to understand this and believe it, because once you could start believing that, the next time you face it, you're gonna be like, hey, this is a signal. This is a signal here. This is what I'm going to go through. I already know what I'm going to go through. I know the emotions I'm going to go through, and I know what's on the other side of it. And by knowing that, everything I just talked about, you're able to control your emotions better and execute faster and at a higher standard than you were once used to. So, moral of the story, guys, everything that you've worked for today, everything that you built today is your identity. It's your resume. And although those things could shift and change, those are there to serve you. Winning's found on your bad days, and you will continue to advance if you look at things that way and shape your mentality that way and say, hey, this is here to serve me today. That's what I have for you. Do good.